Hello, and what is going on, you guys? Hyperion-Blue-GT here. Welcome back to Gran Turismo 7 part number 32. It's been over 3 weeks since I have participated in the 2022 series of the GT World Series, Nations Cup, and Manufacturers Cup, along with Toyota Gazoo Racing GT Cup. But I've been working so hard every day because my role as a competition to be as a Gran Turismo player will have to get up onto the driver rating A as always. Ever since from GT Sport is going to have to do a perfect time, we'll have to go for some different ways and ideas as the most important YouTuber of all time. But I'm still working on to catch up to have 1,000 subscribers by currently to be at 409. So let's go back to be on the GT campaign to be on the walkthrough, and here comes on to the next menu book. For only 2 options, we'll have to go right over to have some berry selection after participate in the 7th championship event in Pan American Championship. So faster and excellent since I have used a second 6th generation Corvette CR1 2009 to be as a wide body modification with some custom parts has already fitted and installed. But right now, we're about to be ready to go in to take on in the Porsche Cup. We'll have to do a short errand. Next up, menu book number 30. Upgrade your Porsche. Sounds like a very good Porsche-tastic moment. We'll have to go for doing a tuning shop to be at least to be in 600 or 650 performance point. Will have to be recommended to be on the next menu course. The track will be unlocked is Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps, located in Belgium in the Europe region. So let's go and take on for doing a preparation before menu number 31 will be on the way. Now that you're the proud winner of a Porsche, I was thinking of having you compete in the Porsche Cup. Cars with PP up to 650 are allowed to enter, so you may find a normal Porsche might be out of this element. Therefore, I suggest you head over to the tuning shop and tweak your car so its PP is 600 or more. Don't forget, your PP can't exceed to 650 or you won't be allowed to enter. If your Porsche does have a performance point that exceeds 650, try fitting tuning parts that will decrease it or adjust the settings a little. For example, using a power restrictor will limit your engine output and lower your performance point. You can also lower your tire grade or add weight with a ballast. It's up to you. For this menu, I'd like you to prepare a Porsche with less than 600 performance point for this race. When you're set, come back to the cafe. I'll be waiting. I'm on it, Luca. Looks like everything is all set and good to go. And I'm about to have a very good presentation livery design to have a brand new UDRS Insportec variation design on the Porsche 911 GT3 Type 997 2003. I've been working so hard to be on the livery editor from GT Sport and import to be on Gran Turismo 7 because it takes 2 steps. We'll have to do some adjustment to have some additional variation design will become more competitive. So let's head down over to be at the tuning shop to get myself prepared. Go with the medium and soft tires will be recommended. That should be doing well. Going up to be at 613.10 performance point. Gotta make sure I might need the power restrictor and ballast to be as a preparation. But don't forget, folks, you might need 2 of them to be purchased. We'll have to do some tuning work before entered in the Porsche Cup. Now, let's see which parts I might need to have. Manual transmission, semi-racing style. But the racing clutch and flywheel might need to be going adjusted along with suspension as well. Now there's a very good fully customized transmission gear whenever I need. All set and purchased. Now for doing a brake kit will be on the racing category. I should probably have to go with a drill disc. that might be quite different to be as a different type of style variation to be as a slot disc. Brake pads installed. Now for having a racing muffler, we might have to be changed up. Gotta make sure if I could probably have to go up in about over 650 performance points. By having calculations, it might be quite turns out to become excellent and well performance to have this nice Porsche. We might need to do some parts. Gonna have to purchase the fully customizable computer. That might have an extra tuning work to be on the horsepower. LSD, that should do the trick. Now, almost one part left. It has to be going exactly to be at least amount. Brake balance check, purchase, and equipped. There you go. Racing exhaust manifold. That should do much better to be as the exact performance by the range. Alright folks, looks like I'm all set and good to go. Let's head back to the GT Cafe for doing a short errand outcome by putting up with some preparation parts. I'm so glad that Luca is very well pleased to be having an excited moment. I see you got a Porsche with more than 600 performance points. Be aware that if its PP increase past 650, it won't be eligible to enter the Porsche Cup. If that happens, you can reduce its performance point by fitting certain tuning parts such as a power restrictor. Are you all set? The Porsche Cup awaits. I'm all good to go for now on, Luca. I am born ready, will be set up and take on for having a very excellent Porsche Cup event. Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps is now available in the world circuits to have two kinds of layouts, one for the 4-course and its 24-hour track layout. Next up, after menu book number 30, number 31 is going to be collecting 3 Porsche cars will be acquired to be specified in the menu book. So let's open up. And we got some very good, excellent Porsche cars to have Carrera, Turbo, and the RS version to have different kinds of type numbers in year models. There's the 930 Turbo, 964 Carrera RS 1992, and the Type 993 Carrera RS 1995. Alright, looks like the track will be unlocked is going to be at Circuit de Saint-Cloix to be located in France. Let's start out and collect 3 Porsche cars. We'll be on the roll. It's finally time to try your hand at the Porsche Cup. I'm sure you heard plenty about Porsche. Exactly indeed, but yes I am, Luca. All kinds of different kinds of Porsche models is going to be quite very different by each type. It's one of the world's most celebrated sports car manufacturers. Among the German company's most popular cars is the legendary 911. And that's what I'd like you to do to collect next. You can win a 911 by finishing in the top 3 in the Porsche Cup. Are you all set? Let's see if you can acquire 3 different 911 models. If you can, I would love to see them. Alright, here I go, and let's go driving around to have a very excellent scene of a beautiful view out there on the inside in the GT Cafe. I'm so very pumped up, you guys. Porsche and preparation to be prepared. Now, since I have 2 kinds of UDRS livery variation to have this Type 997 911 GT3 2009, but it might be quite turns out to become very correction to have some matching replica just like the RSR Group 3 variation from GT Sport and GT7. So let's go over onto the Europe region to have 3 compass to be highlighted on every location like the Nürburgring, Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps, and Autodrome Lago Maggiore. Now let's see the list if I could probably have to start out to have a Type 930 911 Turbo. 1981 might be quite turns out correction. This one is the 1995. That one is the 1992 Porsche 911 Carrera. But this one might be the perfect guess. First up, Nürburgring will be getting the Porsche 911 Turbo Type 930 1981 will be at the National Ilbe of the Nürburgring. One lap and very good, excellent, proud moment to have all kinds of Porsche cars will be participate in this event. This is an advanced PP restricted event for sports car produced by the world famous Porsche brand. 650 or less, manufacturer is Porsche. The prize reward is going up higher by exactly over 50,000 credits. But we got some very good main rival cars will be featured in this event, you guys. It takes all kinds of Porsche 911 vehicles to have different kinds of type numbers. But before that, I might have to go with the preparation settings if I could probably have to get myself ready to go. Sorry about that. Just gonna have to go for a little quick tuning work. Stays at to be at 650 performance points. Just like Clubman Cup Plus Edition, to have a very different restricted event will be eligible to participate. Now, let's see if I could probably have to go well adjusted to go decrease to be exactly by the match. Almost close enough, but 649.91 performance point might be quite getting much further, but let's try the balas. That might have to go less decrease. Alright, let's check the measurements, see how it turns out. Alright, correction and well match. It takes many kinds of tuning elements if I could probably have to get myself organized before participate in this event. So let's go and take race number 1 to do Nürburgring National Ilbe for only a single lap. Alright. Well, I guess this is definitely might be a very good time to get back on track ever since from the last video in part number 31 from Pan American Championship. But boy, 3 rounds in 5 laps is going to be very challenging and go longer by having some different methods to be on the video recording to be on the computer. But I can still barely try to keep an eye out by under an hour, but over an hour might have to take a long time if I could probably have to get something else to do. Some more viewers will be coming in as well. So let's go proceed, and we got some 2 drivers are joining session to be in the pre-race lobby. Here's Lasan and Kawasa is here. Let's give him a warm welcome of the interaction. So this is a Porsche race. Were you able to make your car adhere to the regulation? Of course it is. It takes tuning work. We'll have to do some organized work. We'll be doing matching perfect. I like the way that a Porsche feels like an extension of your body. And the flat 6 engine note is just lovely. It's a car that really responds to the driver, and the body bloats plenty of rigidity too. Sounds like it, Basan. Sounds very cool and much likely to have some good composition. Karasa is next. Hello there. I'm Adriano Karasa. I'm a big fan of Porsche because they make cars for people who loves cars. My father really liked them too. The Nürburgring National Ilbe is a tricky track, so it's worth taking time to familiarize yourself with it. It'll take a while because it's a long track, but once you get used to it, it's really a fun circuit. It's very good. Proud to meet you, Karasa. It's very good. Nice to meet you. Now, let's go and take 1 lap to have a slightly chance to be on a clean race effort. So, UTRS Insportec is good to go and take the action. Gonna have to cruise around and go boost it up onto the increased acceleration thanks to matching performance point limitation to be at 650. Well, the handling might be quite very tricky, so driving Porsche in the Nürburgring might be pretty fun to excited for, but it takes many professionalism. We might have to do some skills of true competitive racer when driving this Porsche car. Is absolutely a true racing beauty edge. Just hold on 1 second. Just gonna turn the race music on. Yeah, that's more like it. That's how the music always loved to keep on driving. There's the Porsche 911 RS Type 993. Carrera RS is now being overtaken. Several European GT racers, including one American, is here in position number 3. Let's keep up the pace and go higher to have some series of tricky corners will go consecutive. Let's slow down and wait for the moment. The Type 964 Porsche is going in to take that turn. Keep up the speed and go increase the acceleration before the next car comes in. Nice wing spoiler of the Porsche 911 GT3. I could probably have to use it whenever I have to go back to the GT Auto to have myself to have a fully customizable GT wing. Just like this kind of the wing spoiler on the Porsche 911 Turbo Type 930 1981. Let's go slow down the pace and speed up to have a short straightaway as I go. Sector clear, 7 drivers left standing and continue on to be on the halfway mark of the track. Okay, looks like it's 10:03 a.m. Now it's 10:04. I can barely try to keep up onto the smooth driving zone. Better make sure if I could probably have to use the weather radar in case of incoming weather condition. But here it is. Looks like we got some rain coming in soon, folks. I have to make sure to get myself prepared for an exercise caution when taking the first lap. Slow and steady. Be a little bit gentle and patient. Fabulous work. Now, looks like 6 racers are still currently left standing. Okay, here comes the rain, you guys. I'm about to get ready, and here comes the wet surface in the middle of lap number 1. Okay, we got one Gran Turismo competitor is in position 5. A Inno Stoltra in the Porsche 911. This one might be a 2001 model. I could probably have to be gentle and polite. Very good. Looks like he's going in. And I'm about to push forward to take the offense by the overtake. Alright, looks like the rain condition is already here, so let's zoom out and let's see how the surface of the weather is still coming in for every minute. But we're still getting closer before the rain stops. But coming in onto the next turn before taking the carousel is going to be a very good, excellent, tricky, fun moment to be at the Nürburgring. Here it comes. Let's take the inside and go for the curbstone to be having a very excellent formation lineup. Okay, there's T. Bayless. This one might be a different kind of a Porsche 911 Carrera. It's actually to become a club sport. But very good, nice rims. Come on, let's step up the pace. Yep, I guess that was a Type 993 Carrera RS Club Sport. I should probably might need one after this to go right back visiting to be at the used car dealership. Ah, come on. Bummer. The wet surface just barely slows me down and goes slippery to go off the track. But still getting closer because only 13 seconds length of the gap to go. Okay, looks like the rain stopped. Well, talk about doing some rain royalty. We might have to do some hard work of practice ever since I have graduated from International A license. But you should probably have to participate in International A license if you really are a good expert on the rain surface on the track. But we're getting closer towards the straightaway. Take some next few corners by the turns. Okay, let's slow down. Be very gentle. I know this race might have to do a concentration to go clean racing by the chance for only one lap. There's T. Sujawaka. Comes in to have a Porsche 911 GT3 2001 with a Type 996. There goes A. Carasa in position number 2, followed by P. Bassan in first place. Well, take it easy. Gonna have to keep calm and be very patient. Well, exactly, way getting too much, but over impatient. I should probably might have to be much passive when racing on the rain is very more important throughout the competition events in the future. Now it is 11:22 a.m. That means it's daytime, so we could probably have to go back into the rain because raindrops are coming around to be on the track of the Nürburgring. Let's take that push and go forward to be in the lead. It's very challenging when you're racing on the rain. It's very much important when doing this part of the Porsche Cup event. So be very gentle and try not to do any contact because it's definitely might have to do the most important strategy of the day. Ah, come on. Looks like that might be quite giving a sloppy moment. Sorry about that, folks. Maybe this clip will might have to save for only one part of the attempt. Man, looks like second place at the Nürburgring turns out to become more difficult. Maybe I could probably have to go again for doing another round before moving on to take event number 2 of the Porsche Cup. But so close and barely make an OG moment to have a 2001 Type 96 911 GT3 absolutely to have a fastest lap I took in 8 minutes 20.978 seconds. But barely close call to have this replay will be needed later on. Just give me one moment to save a replay for this part of the clip. Okay, good. Looks like halfway there in 13.1 miles. I hope I could probably have to get a roulette ticket later on after the driving marathon is complete. But here it is, you guys. One Porsche 911 Turbo Type 930/81 has already acquired to be on the menu book and registered to the car index. 250 collector points, and that makes the second Porsche car of all time. I'm about to keep this good 930 Porsche 911 Turbo after this. and also to have this thumbnail image later on to have this replay for souvenirs after doing an impatient technique work. By the way folks, don't get impatient when racing on the rain is very important when racing at the Nürburgring. So let's try this again for attempt number 2. Here I go. Let's make a day to live, 1 lap, and take that focused route on every corners on this track. Alright, that's more like it. Just find my line and go smoothly to have a set sailing driving skill in the Porsche. Looks like there's the Club Sport 911 Carrera RS. Come on, let's keep this good old puppy together. Absolutely job well done. Looks like it's daytime out there in the Noshnet Ilpe. And by the way, the weather radar will might have to keep on the lookout whenever rain condition comes in, because it takes a very good bright method to have a good clear weather before after taking attempt number 1 is very challenging to go smoothly and tricky. So let's take some one applied overtake at a time. There you go. Pink Porsche 911 Carrera RS Type 964 has been overtaken. Slow in, smoothly in, and take that next turn before enter to be on the next sector. Fabulous work. 2 Porsche cars by the overtake. Now for Type 930 is now dropping down onto position 9. Next sector on the way. Gonna have to keep coming in and make that pass towards the Type 996 2001. Okay, let's zoom in. Looks like the rain is about to coming back soon. I have to get myself prepared. Drive to be patient. Okay, looks like here comes the top 5 Gran Turismo competitors. Has already made it in to the halfway there. Okay, next up, T. Bayless. Take that right side. Sector on the way to go forward. Okay, stay on track. Gonna have to keep an eye out because the clear skies will be moving around until the clouds will take over. Okay, for the real-time progression, it's 10:20 a.m. In about a few minutes before the rain comes in, folks. Just gonna have to keep on driving, go clean, and stay safe before the rain will come. Gonna have to zoom in. Okay, T. Sugawara is now entered on position 3 again. Gonna have to go offense before doing the maintain pace. Okay, that's the ticket. Now let's slow down, and here comes the rain zone in about any minute. Here it comes. Looks like the clouds are here. Rain time kicks in. Better make sure if I could probably have to go right back in to be at the carousel again, you guys. This corner is going to be my absolutely favorite in the notion it'll be at the Nürburgring. Come on, let's keep driving. Only 2 Porsche racers left standing to be on first and second place. Come on, let's go right onto the inside of the apexes and beat the wet surface before going up in about a few percentage by exactly in about 80%. I'm just talking about the wet surface on the track, you guys, but I had to be very gentle and go with the exercise caution. Okay, let's check again on the radar to be on the weather forecast. Okay, plus on. I'm about to go right in. Gonna have to make myself prepared before moving on to take the next corner, because the tricky consecutive will might have to go expert. We'll have to do a perfect practice chance to go reign royalty. Okay, stay on track with the pace, sector clear, and go a little bit much intense. Okay, so close, but gonna have to try to be more patient when racing on the rain. Okay, looks like still get a little bit further out there as the rain stops, but it'll have to come back at any second. Here comes the straightaway. I have to hurry up and quick. Gonna have to stay on top in the position number 1 before moving to take the next corner when doing the rain. Alright, looks like Carrera, here I come. Now, let's take the slipstream. I go. Okay, looks like coming in to have a shorter expect soon. Try not to make a contact. Gonna have to stay focused and keep up the pressure. I'm getting through with this. Okay, close call. Very good recovery. And take the checker flag at the podium. Alright, looks like practice barely pays off to be on the rain surface, you guys. After taking part on International 8 license to be on the rain royalty. Better make sure to go expert and will achieve whenever possible to be on the wet surface in the middle of lap number 1 in the Nürburgring. But here's my update for the fastest lap in lap number 1. 7 minutes 57.666 seconds. Absolutely incredible and faster to be well achieved after attempt number 1 to be as a warm-up. But attempt number 2 is going to be doing the real deal. But it might be possible to have 2 attempts. We'll have to go again at any time. And here comes the latest check. We'll have to do a 2-star roulette ticket for a driving marathon complete. 2 times amount and total distance will be correctly to have 13 miles. We'll be having a decimal of 0.1 or 2. We'll have to do the progression to be on the driving marathon. So let's move on and have a good check on the replay for doing a thumbnail image. Just be patient. If I could probably have a perfect spotlight. There you go, but close enough. I should probably have to save this replay later on, just like having a different method from the Clubman Cup Plus edition. One event down, 2 more to go. Let's exit out and go over to be at Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps for race number 2 in the Porsche Cup. Talk about having a next different Porsche car. We'll be at the get-go. We'll have to get a different kind of a Porsche car. It's the 911 Carrera Rs Type 964 1992. Perfect time moment. We'll have to do 5 laps around the track. But it definitely might be quite possible to have some regulation to have different kinds of tires. But no tires to be on the regulation. Just performance point and manufacturer will be checked and good to go. Alright folks, let's do this and go for race number 2 in Spa-Francorchamps. By having 5 laps, we'll go longer and extended, just like the 3 championship event to be at Pan American Championship. I'm so very good to have this 1992 Carrera RS with a type model 964 is a very good classic modern car from the 1990s. But daytime goes for having a bright and sunny day for the temperature is perfectly to have in about around 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Here we have Bayles and Inostroza is on for the interaction. Nice to meet you. I'm Tristan Bayles. Porsche will always be number 1 for me. My father is a Porsche collector. He has taught me all about how wonderful they are. Spa-Francorchamps Eau Rouge corner is always a challenge. But today's rainy condition make it even trickier. Be careful out there. Good to meet you, Tristan Bayles. Now for Inostroza. Hola, my name is Angel Inostroza and I'm from Chile. I raced for Porsche in the 2019 Gran Turismo World Tours Tokyo tournament and ended up winning. I have to admit that I screamed when I came from behind to win on the final lap. I knew all the competition in the World Tour through the Gran Turismo beforehand. It didn't feel like we were meeting for the first time. Good to meet you, Angel. Good to meet you for the very first time ever since from the Nürburgring. Well, I guess Inostroza is a Gran Turismo competitor to support with Porsche for the Manufacturer Series. But he is a very good guy from Chile and he's a very good proud GT racer for represent Porsche. Now let's go and take 5 laps. We'll have to go higher to take first position. We'll be at the podium. Now let's keep a good double check on the weather radar before coming in to take turn 1. Very excellent, and no contact with no drama without any wet surface. But dry weather condition is absolutely doing a perfect miracle moment out there for having a bright and sunny day. Here comes Eau Rouge. Better brace myself and go for the steady pace. Brilliant running effort. Now go straight away before enter to take the next sector. I go. Hold the brake. Keep it slowed down by the formation. Just keep on racing to go clean and overtake that red Type 930 Porsche 911 Turbo. Is at position 11 and Team UDRS Insportec is moving on in position 10. So first up, the top 5 well-known Gran Turismo competitors have entered to be on the top position, to be well expert to be at Spa-Francorchamps. but luckily several opponents to have some customization on every kinds of Porsche 911 cars is definitely might be turns out to become very cool and well created to have some different kinds of ramps to be well fitted to be installed. Just like street racing to have different kinds of race modification ever since from Need for Speed 2015. But Porsche has always become a very popular sports car of the manufacturer brand for Need for Speed before Gran Turismo steps in to have GT Sport to have a very first ever debut to be part for having all kinds of 911 sports car, including a race car and the 919 hybrid as well. Gonna have to take that technique and go for the curved straightaway in the third sector. Here comes the 1992 Carrera Rs Type 964. Slow down and go for the pace. I had to slam the brakes, and here's Bayless. Good check and clear. Lap number 1 enters to be ended, and here comes lap number 2. Okay, very close call out there to see how Tristan Bayless is doing. Okay, drop down onto position 7, and I'm about to go forward to catch up onto M. Barber in position 5 from Spain. Push up the pace and go for the throttle to have a very excellent straightaway by the overtake for doing the first attempt when racing in Spa-Francorchamps to be on the full course. Luckily, the 24-hour track layout is definitely might be part for having the next event later on in the future. Let's switch things up a bit and go for the maintain to be on the exercise caution. Let's check again on the weather radar to see if there might be some rain coming in soon. But still, better watch yourself because stay driving on the daytime weather condition is going well dry, and it might be quite possible to see some light green spot to be labeled to be highlighted. Alright, let's go and take that inside of the apex to go smoothly by the turn. Moving on in position 4, looks like T. Sugawara is entered as well on position 4, followed by Angel in position 3. By my calculation, I bet this might be the time is actually 13 hours, but mostly to have a different time to be as a 24-hour actual time to be on the military time, but clearly not to mention because the PM indicates to have a very good close edge example. Now it's 3:18 PM, but this one is definitely might be going move forward to be on the time progression. Now here comes the chicane, gonna have to step right in. Alright, looks like Carrasa has barely took the fastest lap in 2 minutes 48.151 seconds. Gonna have to go with 2-car overtake and take turn 1 of the hairpin. Alright, Angel Inostra. Here comes Team UDRS InSportTech driving skill of the super pace. Barely made a good running pace effort to have an update for doing a fastest lap by the update for myself to have 2 minutes 45.806 seconds to be on the main record in lap number 3 after beating Carrasa's current lap time by the original. Let's check again. Looks like it's going to get mostly cloudy out there because the clear skies are about to be clouded in. Okay, keep it gentle. Gonna have to reach up on to Blasson in position 2. Now, where is the rain? I bet it's already partly cloudy because there might be some raindrops coming in at any minute. Just like the Nürburgring, but it might have to be a little bit patient whenever we might have to see some rain forecast for today. Come on, let's keep that good Type 997 GT3 Porsche. Could probably have to stay on the maintain. There you go. Moving on in position number 2 in about 4.4 seconds to go by the remaining gap. Gonna have to master Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps until the rain comes in to have a daytime condition to go dry with mostly cloudy to be covered around in the skies. Very good smooth recovery. Now kick up onto the straightaway in lap number 4. Come on, rain. I'm waiting for you, so I'm about to be prepared. Okay, looks like update time on the fastest lap, 2 minutes and 44.394 seconds in lap number 4 to be currently to be ended up onto the third lap. Hopefully I could probably have to do much better to see how driving on the partly cloudy is going to get much concentrated to see how the rain will be coming around in any moment. Alright, kick up onto the RPM and take that next corner. Going smoothly and do a perfect brake zone to have a slight advantage to be on the left turn corner. Go with the flow and go with the Porsche driving technique in the RR drivetrain. Turns out to have some many practices and capabilities for every Gran Turismo players and fans of Porsche to have all kinds of 911 cars and every kinds of type model vehicles throughout the years. But I'm still getting closer to catch up on to A. Carrera in position number 1. Still barely trying to be a little bit patient. If I could probably have to go right in to take the chicane at the final turn. Let's take that break, entered onto the zone of the red, inside of the apex, and comes right in to be at the final lap. Here comes the final showdown as we please to proceed. Lap number 5, here I go. Let's do this. This will be the most intense Porsche battle out there to have Type 997. Custom tuner versus road car tuner style is having some livery. We'll have to step up and go for the offense. We'll be at the get-go. Fastest lap time I took once again is 2 minutes 40.535 seconds. Gonna have to brace myself and go like a pro. building up the slipstream and stay on top. Very good, and that's the ticket. Here comes the near towards side by side. Looks like non-tuner versus tuner car is actually becomes a very grueling showdown. Oh, by the way, folks, how do you like my design? It looks great, but very good base replica of the Porsche 911 RSR Type 991. It takes many hours to have two variation. Will come in handy. Will be adding up with some more decals on the windows. By the original, I just originally made in GT Sports, but it turns out to become very proud original to have a Gran Turismo windshield before it's being replaced by a Porsche to be adding up onto the custom windshield on the front banner. But sorry about that, I'm just got a little bit carried away to have something a little bit scratchy on my throat. But not to mention about that mucus. Well, of course, I might have to drink some hot tea later on by tomorrow. There we go. Looks like gonna have to take the final sector as I ready to move on and kick it up onto the fourth gear before the rain wheel comes in. But here it comes. Looks like we got some silver rain coming in to be highlighted to be fitting in onto the right. Let's beat the rain and go for the final corner to take the final stretch. Well, there goes my beautiful livery design, but it'll have to take minutes to do some repairs to have something else to be repainted. But no offense, but it might have to get it fixed to be renewed. First place and well achieved for Team UTRS Insportec in the Type 997 Porsche 911 GT3. Now that's a Porsche competition turns out to become very challenging to go faster like a pro. With any Porsche cars will have to do some standings. And that makes the only fastest lap has barely made it took to be updated to have a good correction check. Now, looks like race number 2 of the Porsche Cup complete by having first place is now correctly to be at over 100,000 to be added with 31,250 credits. But man, it takes well extended work out there from the Clubman Cup Plus edition at Tokyo Expressway at the Central District to be on the inner loop. But outer loop by the opposite that I've been working on every day to do some farming work will have to go up in about over 3 million credits. And there it goes. We're having a second Porsche car. It's the 911 Carrera Rs Type 964 1992. Specified to be on the menu book and acquired to be added to the index. So let's go proceed on to the replay and wait for the thumbnail image. We'll have to do a good moment. But a little bit blurry, but I just really want to see some very good, excellent racing action to be in the scene. Just wait for the moment. Okay, almost 1 second. Alright, well, three tries, barely make a count, and almost have a picture perfect to be on the replay to be added up onto the share highlights. So let's go on to race number 3 in the Porsche Cup. We'll be at Autodrome Lago Maggiore. We'll go for the full course. I'm so very excited to have 5 laps ever since from Spa Francorchamps to be on the full course layout. I've been waiting for this moment because ever since from the first ever update content from GT7 to have the first 3 cars was 2 Subaru BRCS with a real car and a GT300 with the Suzuki Cappuccino with a type model to have a very good wheel identification, guess we'll have to go for the title. Alright, so let's go and take the 4 course to be on Lago Maggiore to be on the Autodrome as we proceed. 5 laps as always, and we're about to have a very good third Porsche car to get the 911 Carrera RS Type 993 to be as the original. Just like the Carrera RS to be labeled as a club sport. I'm so very good to have the differences between the standard and a club sport version of the Type 993 Porsche 911 Carrera RS. We might have to do a comparison by doing some research. But here we are right now, you guys. A beautiful, good place to have a full track to be on Lake Lago Maggiore to be in a full circuit layout. Combination to have the west and east end section of the track. Impressive and very good, realistic to have this different variation look to be on the right place to start ever since from part 1 at the Sunday Cup. We have Sugawara is here for the interaction. Hello there, my name is Tatsuya Sugawara. I went to see the Porsche Carrera Cup when I was a child, and I fell in love with these sounds of the cars made. I've been a big Porsche fan ever since. Porsche's RR layout means that the heavy engine is placed at the rear of the car. This means that the G-force doesn't shift too far forward even when braking, allowing all 4 tires to remain effective. It's a layout that's been very well throughout. Nice to meet you, Tatsuya Sugawara. It's a very good, proud honor to meet you for today's race boarding interaction. Of course, looks like the Porsche RR drivetrain layout is also to be placed the engine on the rear, and also to have the front will be putting up to have a trunk fitted to be part of it. It turns out to have some very differences between the MR and RR drivetrain to have different kinds of automotive cars. But it's definitely might be turns out pretty well for having some popular sports car made by Porsche. So let's go driving and proceed on to race number 3 at the get-go to go underway. Let's stay on track and go keep on racing to stay clean. Gonna have to go passive and go well concentrated to have a bright and sunny day for today's condition forecast is doing a perfect well out there to be at Lake Lago Maggiore. Let's switch back onto the interior view. Okay, here I go. First sector clear and moving on in sector number 2. But I can't wait to race on the East End course layout on this track later on in the Nations Cup or Manufacturers Cup in the future. But I have already took part in Test Season 2 at the West Course and layout. But it was a difficult race opportunity for myself for the very first time ever since to be ended up to be down below towards the last position. But I can still go again whenever I have to do a rematch. But I can't wait to get this West Course layout at the end. We'll have to do a perfect rematch. Now it's already 5 o'clock, and that means it's 5:03 p.m. Gonna have to go right on track, keep up the handling, and go for the straightaway at the pace. Here it comes, and go for the final corner at the end of lap number 1. Here comes lap number 2. Fastest lap I took is 2 minutes 23.723 seconds. Gonna have to go faster and quicker to be well improved to have this engine to be labeled as an RR drivetrain. Stay on track and go for doing the next turn after the hairpin at the straightaway to proceed. Alright, Tristan Feliz, here I come. I'm about to go right past onto you in position number 6. Sector 1 clear and moved on again on Sector 2. By the looks of it, the wing spoiler without any certain parts to be on the side looks very original to have a perfect capability to have this Porsche 911 Carrera RS to be titled as a club sports. I should probably have to try this kind of a variation style out without applying any different kinds of type wing spoiler to be part of it for having this Porsche car. Hillside right corner turn cleared and proceed forward to be on the West End District side area. Time to go slow down and stay on the maintained pace. Looks like 2 Porsche 911 cars in Type 997 and Type 996. Looks like Tatsuya is now going well defense in position number 4. Keep it up, Tatsuya. I'm about to come right into you and go for the left side at the overtake. Halfway there, folks. Lap number 3, here I come, and 3 Porsche drivers left standing by the remaining. For this moment to be driving with Porsche car is going to be doing excellent and will outstanding to choose one of them after completing from 3 rounds from the Pan American Championship. We'll have to take everything what we got and master the differences to be in the RR drivetrain layout. Practice well and go challenging to have every corners between on sunny day and rain depends on 2 types of weather condition. There's the Type 996 911 GT3 overtake. Looks like Angel is now being dropped down onto position 4. Now for P. Basan and A. Karasa in position number 1 and 2 will be at the next straightaway to be on the 400-meter run. It's already 6 o'clock, and that means the perfect time we'll have to go for a dinner time since I have already ate. Now, looks like Basan is now taking the hillside right corner at the apex. Very good and remarkable technique driving skill set. That's the ticket, and looks like Patrick Basan just being overtaken right back and drops on to 3rd place. Come on, let's keep it up and go for the high pace. Coming in and go forward to be at lap number 4 and 1 Porsche racer left standing by the remaining. Come on, let's keep up the pace and go for the mobility balance. If I could probably have to go clean racing. And now we have Soul Surfer made by Daki Kasho is now coming up onto the next track. We'll be doing a song of the week. Feels calm and doing refresh when racing on Lago Magigoro circuit to be on the full track, folks. Come on. Just gonna have to kick up onto the fourth gear and go down onto transmission gear number 3. Okay, here it comes. Gonna have to take that push at the full speed. And here I come, first place on the roll. Very outstanding, and go for the brake to be on the hillside right corner to take the next turn at the apex to be on the inside. Gonna have to take it. Stay well defended for Team UTRS Insportec in the Porsche 911 GT3 Type 997 2009 is doing a perfect, remarkable racing moment. Any tuner parts to be well outfitted on the exterior. But I can't wait to get everything to be fully upgraded after participating in 3 rounds in the Porsche Cup is finally complete. This is it, folks. The final lap. Here I come and dominate onto the full track as we proceed. Now it's already 7 o'clock, and that means it's about to go evening time for at the end of the race. Gonna have to watch my pace and be patient while A. Carrera is now going for the offense to catch up onto my leading position in first place. Gonna have to step back away and do well balanced to be on the opportunity work. Okay, not bad. Very good close encounter technique, but Insportec could probably have to stay on top like this. Now here comes the driving skill set of Insportec technique opportunity. We'll have to go for the get-go by taking the next corner to be at the straightaway in 400 run. Number 3, here I go and go down onto the hill and slam the brakes after taking a jump. Going for the slide technique. Final sector, here I go, and let's take that good 911 GT3 Type 997. We'll be at the podium to have a very good official UTRS Insportec livery with the replica base variation from the Type 991 RSR. Here it comes. Now, here comes the checker flag at the podium. Marvelous and fantastic. And that's how first place for Team Insportec makes a stunning victory win at Autodrome Lago Maggiore for race number 3 in the Porsche Cup. And especially to have a main outcome to be adding up to have a very good proud victory cheer for my Total Drama OC girls. But I mean, they are really proud of me for doing a best excellent win moment. So, I guess that makes a very good outstanding to be on the fastest lap to be highlighted in the purple in 2 minutes 16.319 seconds in lap number 4. Very good race and perfect well achieved to have a stunning battle between several racers in the 2001 Type 996 Porsche 911 GT3 and Type 97 as well to be part of it to be as a 2009 model. But absolutely job well done to have a first position at the win. 105,000 credits and doing a good clean race bonus to be adding up by 50%. And here it is. The original Porsche 911 Carrera RS Type 993 1995 has acquired to be specified in the menu book. Registered to the car index and halfway there in about 75% remaining to go up in car collector level 37. Perfect yellow and very much appreciate to have a remarkable moment. We'll have to go collection to have 3 Porsche cars to have different type models in year models. Well, time for a replay for the thumbnail. Gonna have to save this and exit out. Save a replay for doing a diary log entry and go right back to be on the GT Cafe. I hope Luca is going to be so proud since I have collected 3 Porsche cars to have a Type 930 Turbo and 2 different types of Carrera RS 964 and 993. Brilliant and excellent to have a completion to have Porsche 911 to be on the menu book in number 31. So let's head back to the GT Cafe and give a good picture perfect to have 3 Porsche cars. We'll have to do the main outcome. So here it is. Realistic and stunning beautiful. Collection Porsche 911 complete. Congratulations, you got all 3 cars. This completes your Porsche 911 collection. Once you collect your rewards, I got some stories to tell you about these cars. Sweet! Circuit Descente Clorix has now available in the world circuits. I'm so very excited about this good moment to be on the long circuit layout track from A, B to C. Now, let's give a story from Luca about 3 kinds of Porsche 911 cars. We'll have to go for doing an excellent cutscene to be in the showcase. Just be prepared and wait for the moment. Porsche is a world-renowned manufacturer of sports cars. And the 911 is the German company's most famous model. Since its debut in 1964, the 911 has developed a reputation as a true masterpiece. It has a compact body, a powerful engine, and a rear-wheel drive layout. The engine is mounted behind the wheel axle, making it an RR or rear engine / rear wheel drive. This basic setup has remained in place for more than a half a century. The company was established by genius engineer Ferdinand Porsche. Before founding the company, Ferdinand worked on race cars and aircraft engines as well as the Beetle. The first Porsche went on sale in 1949. It was a sports car called the Porsche 356. With its compact body and rear-mounted engine, it became a fantastic race car. In many ways, The Porsche 911 is an evolved version of the original 356, an evolution that continues to this day. So beautiful to have this story about Porsche 911 that became a very revolutionized German sports car in more half of a century. So very excellent and proud job well done, Luca. Your stories is so impressive. I'm so very good about these kinds of Porsche cars has ever to be made in 1949 after World War II. So right now, after menu book number 31, next up is Toyota Supra, who will be doing the next collection. I'm so very excited about having Supra cars for the next menu on GT7, folks. It's gonna get much proud and Japanese moment to be on the FR layout to have all kinds of different Toyota Supra cars from 1988 and onwards to be in 2020. But I have already got the 3.0 GT Turbo A version of the Toyota Supra will be labeled to be as a head start. But I have to get ready because the next part of the video after part number 32 is about to get closer at the end. Time to wrap this up and gonna have to go right in for doing a moment to be on the roulette ticket at the end of the video. I'm so very hyped up to have 3 Porsche cars have now entered to be on the car collection. So very good and brilliant to have some latest check on the index. Let's select new cars to be checked. This top of the line version of the vaunted 911 possesses a more muscular look and a turbocharged engine. Sounds awesome. And next one is the Carrera RS. This Porsche is a lighter version of the 3rd generation 911 Carrera 2 and came with a 3.6 liter flat 6. And for the 1995 Type 993 Carrera RS, the most powerful version of the 993. The last air-cooled Porsche came with a 3.8 liter flat 6 producing 295.8 horsepower. Excellent. Sounds pretty excellent to have 3 Porsche cars to have some very inspiration, to have some historic moment from 1988 and onwards to be in 1995 before the Club Sport version came out. So here is the showcase UDRS livery design on the Porsche 911 GT3 Type 997 2009. It turns out to become very matching exact replica from the Type 991 RSR version of the Porsche 911. It has 2 trims will be added up onto the body, will be shaped up and go perfectly to have some very matching variation to be as a base replica. But also to have the Porsche logo to be on the windshield banner and the rear itself as well as to be part of it. But I spent in about only 25 minutes to work hard and do some livery editor on GT Sports, and I just got carried out to be imported onto GT7 to be as a second stage. But of course, it has to do some respective ways to have some different ideas for myself for doing a later on YouTube video segment, but it takes a while for me, so I could probably have to get everything set up before at the end. So let's go and do a 2-star roulette ticket to be at the get-go to receive this gift. But this time, Gran Turismo credits this time, we'll have to go for the chance. But almost at least turns out to be ends for a low rarity. It always keeps happening every time to be ends up to have a low price amount. But I will keep up trying. We'll have to continue on in the next day later on if I can probably have to get a car or a prize, especially the invitation or a new engine. Have to do some 1% rarity chance to be on the prize. But I'll make sure if I could probably have to try to keep working hard in the next day later on until the 6-star roulette ticket is going to be my first time ever to be in GT7. So, what else should I do for the next walkthrough? I'll have to figure it out and see. Thank you for enjoying watching the video on Gran Turismo 7, folks. I hope you enjoyed, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, and click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see. I'll be seeing you guys next time on Gran Turismo 7, and I look forward to see you again in the next video. Keep on racing, stay clean.